Hello, how's everybody doing this evening? And I am back once again with another tropical video here. In the last video, we talked about Tropical Storm Dolly and the 5 days out into the Atlantic, where we see nothing behind, in front of Dolly. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Eastern Pacific, which is lit up like a Christmas tree here. We got all kinds of color codings here. We're going to start with area number 1 here. A nearly stationary area of low pressure is located about 1,600 miles southwest of the southern tip of the Baja California Peninsula. Although this disturbance has a well-defined circulation, it is producing only limited shower activity. Environmental conditions are expected to support the redevelopment of thunderstorms, and the system is likely to become a tropical depression during the next few days while it moves slowly westward. The formation chances in 48 hours are 60%. Formation in 5 days is 70%. So this has a likelihood of developing into something down the road in the next couple of days. Disturbance number 2. The formation chances are 48 hours and 50 days. 5 days is also 40%. It is an elongated area of low pressure located several hundred miles southwest of the southern tip of the Baja California Peninsula that continues to produce a wide area of disorganized showers and a few thunderstorms. The system will become a tropical depression during the next day or two before it moves over cooler waters that will inhibit farther development. And they just keep coming. Disturbance number 3, 48 hours, 50%, 5 days, 80%. It is a disorganized showers and thunderstorms duplex located a few hundred miles south-southwest of the Gulf of Tropics. Yeah, I butchered that, I know, I'm sorry. I'm not good with Spanish, so please forgive me. Are associated with a tropical wave. Environmental conditions are forecast to be favorable for development, and the system is likely to become a tropical depression in a few days while it moves west-northwestward, paralleling the coast of the Mexico. And here is disturbance number 4. 48 hours it has 0%, in 5 days it has 30%. This is another area of low pressure which is forecast to form south of the Gulf of Tropics by late this week. Gradual development of this system will be possible over the weekend as it moves west-northwestward parallel to the coast of Mexico. And here is the written guide, the full written guide here of what you need to know about the systems. Anyways, now we're going to look at the tropical tidbits here. Invest 92E is the one farthest to the west, I do believe. And as you can see, as the thing says, this is clearly disorganized here. And you know, over the next day or two, conditions will start to favor more development of these thunderstorms. And I do believe that we will get a minimal tropical storm out of this one. I do believe that the next name on the list for the Eastern Pacific is Boris. So this could take the name Boris here. Here is the intensity guidance for Invest 92E. And at least one of them takes it to a minimal tropical storm here. Everything else is tropical depression or lower. I think we'll just have to wait and see what happens with this. You know, just before I move on here, none of these systems are forecast to hit land, at least not at the moment. So anywhere from, you know, the coast of Mexico, you know, onward, you don't have to worry about these too much, unless they certainly take a north and northeast turn. At least the two closest ones, anyways. But yeah, anyways, one of these takes is up to a minimal tropical storm, and the rest of them just does one of those, so to speak. Um, that is, as I said, that's the western, the far western one for that one. Uh, Here is 93E here. This one has 25 knots, which is the equivalent to 30 miles an hour. The metric pressure is down to 1,007 millibars, which is pretty low for 30 miles an hour, if you want to get my honest opinion here. Radius of circulation is 100 nautical miles. Radius of maximum wind 30 nautical miles. Alright, never mind. I think this one is the far western one. So, my mistake. We all make mistakes. Anyways, this looks like it's gonna turn into a tropical storm. A majority of these models have it doing so, which is pretty interesting for Hawaii because they usually get blocked by systems that usually block systems from coming into Hawaii for some reason or another. But this will be interesting to see if this is if this heads towards Hawaii later down in the road, the future here. If it does, I wouldn't expect tropical storm first conditions. I would expect, you know, like maybe 25-30 miles per hour plus very heavy rains. That is if this comes towards Hawaii. So, you know, it's just something to watch out for since it looks like the models are starting to get closer and closer to Hawaii, which is still part of the United States, which I will be tracking this storm for you guys. You know, just on the off chance that it does come towards Hawaii. So, I got you guys covered there. Here is the intensity guidance for this system. Like I said, the majority of these have it as a tropical storm, and even some have it as a strong tropical storm. But 55 to 60 knots, which is about 60 to 65 miles an hour, which is pretty modest to strong tropical storm. You know, June is typically, even in the Pacific, you normally see hurricanes in June in the Pacific. So this is understandable right here. Now we're gonna take a look at what is 94E. As I said, these are just popping up like Christmas tree lights over there. So this is the one closest to Mexico that is an invest. As you can see here, it's poorly organized here. These thunderstorms need to really wrap around the low-level center for it to actually become anything. Which, now, you know, some of the guidance models are suggesting that will happen. And it looks like this one is gonna be going towards the Baja California peninsula here. So I was corrected. One of these might hit Mexico. Once again, you know, I'm gonna keep track of this for you guys because it's gonna be hitting land probably. So, you know, if anything happens with this, I'll definitely be on top of it for you guys. The radius of circulation is 150 nautical miles, and here is the intensity guidance for this. You know, there's only 3 models here because it was just designated not that long ago. So you only got the IVCN, the DSHP, and the Elgin. Now, all 3 of these have it going to tropical storm status. The Elgin is right at minimal. The IVCN has it around 55 miles per hour, and the DSHP has it getting pretty up there. It's about 65 knots. So this is going to be 5 miles an hour away from becoming a hurricane here. But, you know, we're just going to have to wait and see over time what this actually does, and we get more model guidance out for this. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, we're going to look at the European for a change. Normally when I do my tropical updates, I like to look at the GFS. Um, I don't know. I kind of like the GFS more than the Euro, even though I know that the Euro is more persistent and consistent with tropical activity than the GFS is. So we're just gonna take it. This is what we're doing today as the European. So we're gonna go out. This is 93E right here, as you can see. It's there's a pretty good cyclonic vorticity here in the middle of this. It's getting up there to like 40 to let's see at the here about 20 to 35 velocities here, wherever you want to read that. This is 94 year right here, as you can see, has a pretty nice spin to it as well. We're gonna go out in the future in 90. As you can see, 93E just really takes off a little bit here at the 72-hour mark. And that's the storm I'm gonna watch for Hawaii for. And that is probably 95E when that happens. It doesn't, as you can see, it doesn't really show 92E that much for some reason. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if in the next next 2 to 3 days, another area of interest pops up for something. And yeah, we're just gonna look out into the far future for the heck of it. It looks like on July 3rd we might have a pretty potent hurricane, but once again, you gotta take this with a grain of salt since it's too far out. But the 5 days, it looks like at least 2 of these systems are gonna do something. Unless that's 95. Yeah, that's probably 95E when that becomes designated. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. More updates will be coming tomorrow, and have a nice rest of your evening.